alaikum. Dear students, in previous video we learned some basics about fractions. In this video we will continue working with chapter 7 fractions 1 part 2. At the end of this video, students will be able to identify equivalent fractions or equal fractions, identify irreducible fractions, reduce fractions. Materials we are going to use are a pen, a draft paper, Math Practice Book Edition 2019, Your Enjoy Mathematics Textbook Edition 2013.
First, let us learn equivalent fractions and do the following activity. Look at these figures A, B, C, and D. All are pie charts of the same size, but each pie chart has been divided into different number of parts. Please pause the video and do the activity. Question 1. Write the fraction that represents the shaded part of each figure. Let's start with figure A. In figure A, one of the two equal parts is shaded, so the fraction that represents the shaded part is 1/2. In figure B, 2 out of the 4 equal parts are shaded, so the fraction that represents the shaded part is 2/4. In figure C, 3 parts out of 6 equal parts are shaded, so the fraction that represents the shaded part is 3/6. Finally, in figure D, 4 parts out of 8 equal parts are shaded, so the fraction that represents the shaded part is 4/8. Excellent. What can you say about the shaded parts of each figure? In the 4 figures, we have shaded the same part of the pie chart, which is half part of the whole pie. As a conclusion, we say that the 4 fractions are equivalent or equal, that is 1/2 is equal to 2/4 is equal to 3/6 is equal to 4/8.
Now let us see how to find equivalent fractions. Let's take 2 pies of the same size, but each one is divided into different number of parts. The fraction that represents the shaded part in the first pie is 3/4, and in the second pie is 6/8. But these two fractions show the same amount, so 3/4 is equal to 6/8. These two fractions are equivalent fractions. We notice that 3 when multiplied by 2 gives 6, and 4 when multiplied by 2 gives 8. Therefore, we can multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same number to get equal fractions. Now let us take an example to understand it in a better way. Write a fraction equivalent to the given fraction. Let us find a fraction equivalent to 18/24. We noticed that we can divide the numerator and the denominator by 2 to get equivalent fraction. So 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9, and 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12. So 9/12 is a fraction equivalent to 18/24.
Now, let us solve the application. Complete by filling the empty boxes. Please pause the video and try to solve the application. We have 16/12 is equivalent to this fraction that has a missing part, which is the denominator. Now, what do I divide the numerator 16 by to get 4. 4. 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. Remember that whatever I do to the numerator, I've got to do to the denominator. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. So the missing digit is 3. 45 over 81 is equal to this fraction, is equal to this fraction. These two parts are missing. Let's find them. Now, what do I divide the denominator 81 by to get 9? 9. 81 divided by 9 is equal to 9. Don't forget, whatever I do to the denominator, I've got to do to the numerator. So 45 divided by 9 is equal to 5. So the first missing number is 5. 5 over 9 is equal to this fraction. What do I multiply 5 by to get 15? 3. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. So 9 multiplied by 3 is equal to 27, and this is the second missing number. Our assignment is review page 91 equivalent fractions from the textbook. Homework. Exercise 1 page 26 from Math Practice Book and exercise 15 page 99 from the textbook.
Next, let's learn how to simplify fractions. Here in this figure, the fraction that represents the blue circles with respect to all circles is 15 over 20. To simplify a fraction, divide the numerator and the denominator by their GCF. The GCF of 15 and 20 is 5. So divide 15 and 20 by 5. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3, and 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. So we get 3 over 4. This fraction can be represented by this model. We say that 3 over 4 is in the simplest form, or it is irreducible. Now let's take an example. Write the simplest form of 8 over 16. Solution. First, find the GCD of 8 and 16. Divisors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. Divisors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So, GCD of 8 and 16 is 8. Second, divide the numerator and the denominator by 8. 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1, and 16 divided by 8 is equal to 2. So, 1 over 2 is the simplest form of 8 over 16. Now let us solve the following application. Write 25 over 40 in the simplest form. Please pause the video and try to solve the application. Solution. Divisors of 25 are 1, 5, and 25. Divisors of 40 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40. So GCF of 25 and 40 is equal to 5. Now divide the numerator and the denominator by their GCF, which is 5. So 25 when divided by 5 is equal to 5, and 40 when divided by 5 is equal to 8. Before you move on, be sure to do the exercises in this assignment. Review page 92 simplifying fractions from the textbook. Homework exercises 2 and 3 page 26 from Math Practice Book. Summary. Fraction. Decimal fraction. For example, 7 over 8. Non-decimal fraction, for example 2 over 9. Equivalent fractions, for example 5 over 20 and 1 over 4. Irreducible fraction, for example 15 over 17. Thank you for watching.